Hi, hello. You are welcome. Welcome to today's podcast. Welcome to the month of May. Welcome. Well, guess what? This month is going to be an amazing month, and I'm going to tell you why. This month, we are going to focus on stride. Stride. And what's the meaning of stride? Stride means to walk with long, decisive steps in a specified direction. Walking with long, decisive steps in a specified direction. So I'm particularly excited that in this month you are going to be taking steps in a specified direction. Hence the topic of today's podcast, little big steps. Little big steps. Now bring out your notepads. This girl has something really good for you. Now, little big steps helps you to achieve your big life goals in little bits so that you're not overwhelmed by the magnanimity of your goals. For example, when I create a course for KMA, one of the first things that we now begin to do is to create an outline for the course, because now our courses are available all through the year, so people can go in whenever and purchase our courses. So before I begin to record, we draw out a blueprint for the courses. We draw out what we want to do with the courses, and then we just really draw it out and go for it. When we go for it, when you see that you have to record 17 videos, it gets overwhelming. Like 17 videos, what's that? That's a lot. Yeah, that's the same reaction I have when I have to record those videos. So what do? I break them down to 3 videos a day. 3 videos a day, that means that it's going to take me between 6 to 7 days to finish up a class series or two course series if I have to actually get to work. So that means that instead of feeling overwhelmed by the fact that I have to record 17 videos, I reduced it in little tidbits that I knew that I could work with, I could chew in bits. It's just like taking a full plate of food and trying to stuff it into your mouth at once. You're not going to be able to do that, right? You're not going to be able to get it done by just stuffing it into your mouth at once. You're going to need to begin to do it in bits. You're going to intentionally begin to build little by little, a little here, a little there. And then that's when we now begin to realize that little droplets of water will soon make a bucket full. So it takes you being able to not feel overwhelmed by the magnanimity of what you have to do, and now to begin to do it in little bits and get going so that you can complete what needs to be done. All right. So for me, I find little big steps to be a very fun and intellectual way of breaking down things so that at any age that you seek to learn, you're able to keep knowledge at heart and sustain the heart of transformation, and so that you can take little steps of habits, little steps of learning, little steps of execution that will really add up as you proceed in time. As you go on in time, it will really now begin to add up as you journey. Now, we have to realize that big goals should not be our main focus in life. I have a big goal, but that should not be my main focus in life. I have to be able to break it down to chewable content, to content that I can easily work with, content that I can easily build with, content that I can easily make something with, so that at the end of the day, my bottom line is not for me to say I have achieved a massive goal, but rather me making that progress in my place of learning, making the progress in the place of my becoming, making progress in the place of my understanding, one step at a time. So I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm understanding, but I'm not just hitting myself with all at once, but I'm taking it one day at a time. I'm progressing in it one day at a time. Okay, so instead of utilizing a one size fits all, hit it, get it right at once, we should now begin to create frequent and repetitive actions and systems to help us cause our habits to stick, cause our actions to stick, so that when life hits at us, we're not getting overwhelmed by what life brings our way, by what life hits us with. We realize that, okay, life has hit me with this big ball. How can I break it into sizable chunks that will empower me to get what I need to get done when I need to get done and how I need to get it done? All right, so that we can now make significant changes by creating small habits in sizable shifts. For example, I want to get in shape. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to lose 500 pounds, or I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 1 week. Rather, I'm going to realize that I'm going to begin in little steps. For example, I'm going to begin to eat better, and I will start with eating better, no more junks, no more sugar, drinking more water, just starting there. And then slowly, I will now introduce exercising regularly. Slowly, I would begin to pay attention to my sleep habits instead of trying to waste time setting unachievable and drastic changes that will happen at once. Rather, what I'm doing is that I'm giving myself an opportunity to grow at my current pace. I'm giving myself an opportunity to thrive at my current pace without putting pressure on myself. So a lot of us are putting undue pressures on ourselves. A lot of us are putting irresponsible pressures on ourselves, trying to make us to feel like, okay, we have we can do everything, we can get it done, we can do this, we can do that. But that's not true, right? Start from where you are. Start from where you are. Start from where you are. And now I want to show you 4 laws of behavior change that will help you. 4 laws of behavior change that will help you to build or to take little big steps. Number one is make it obvious. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to achieve? What is my end goal here? A lot of times we can be very vague about our end goals, and then we're not investing as much time into it. And so at the end of the day, there's this bottom line effect where that we are building, but we're not able to effectively sustain what we're trying to build, or effectively sustain where we're going to with our building. So it's not just about what you want to build, but it's your ability to sustain what you're building. It's your ability to intentionally actually now begin to be obvious. I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to write 3 books. I want to record 17 videos. Make it obvious. Be very clear about what you're trying to do. Don't be vague. Don't just try to say, oh, people will understand, people will see. No, be clear about what you're trying to do. Your clarity will give you speed. Your clarity will help you run. Your clarity will help you see where you're going to. Alice in Wonderland, the author, he said something. He said that if you don't know where you're going, everywhere or every road will seem like a good road. If you don't know what you're trying to achieve, everything is going to seem like it's a good idea to use, it's a good idea to do, it's a good idea to invest. And so you need to now become clear about where am I going to, how am I getting there, what is my aim when I get there. Be very, very clear about what you're trying to do. It's very, very important that you do that. Number two, make it attractive. Now, when you're attracted to something, you're willing to spend time to do it. So you know your tastes, you know what you're interested in, you know the things that have the ability to keep your attention. So you need to be able to make what you're trying to do attractive. I'm trying to lose weight to get summer body. I'm trying to lose weight to fit into this dress that I just got. I'm trying to record this video so that I can earn an extra source of income, right? Make it attractive, make it something that you can look forward to. The reason why we're able to invest time and attention into things is because we have something to gain from it. A lot of times people are like, I don't live for quid pro quo. That's not quite true, because you do not invest in something that has no returns for you. And so when you begin to invest in things that have returns for you, you're now able to say, okay, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it. And you're able to put the right investment that you need to see what you want to see. So make it attractive for yourself. Make it something that you can look forward to, something that, oh, I can't wait to do, I can't wait to achieve, I can't wait to get to this place, I can't wait to get this done, I can't wait, I can't wait. Let it become very attractive, let it become irresistible. Just like when you want to sell to people, you create an irresistible offer. When you want to sell to yourself, when you want to give yourself that discipline, create an irresistible offer for yourself. Number three is making it easy. Make it easy. Don't make it complex. Don't make it complicated. Life is easy when we make things simple. Don't try to complicate things. Don't try to make it seem high ended, high minded, and all of that. No, make it easy. If you're breaking something down, make it easy. Make it in such a way that a 5-year old would read it and not ask for an explanation. So make it very easy. Okay, I'm going to drink water every hour. I'm going to drink one pure water every hour. I'm going to drink one bottle water every 2 hours. Make it easy. I'm going to eat breakfast every morning. I'm going to sleep for 6 hours every night. Things like that. Don't make it too complicated. I will add more protein to my meal. That sounds easy, but it's actually a bit complicated because okay, what's your definition of adding protein to your meal? How much protein are you going to be adding to your meal? So you can say, I'm going to eat one solo proteinous meal daily. So, for example, things like beans, lentils, and the likes of that. That's towards losing weight, of course. If I want to say, okay, I want to improve my mindset, I can say I can read one book monthly towards the mindset or towards improving the quality of my living. Or I can say something like, I'm going to watch two, or I'm going to listen to two podcasts weekly that will help my mindset improve, that will help me do better with my mindset. That's making it simple. That's you trying to say two podcasts weekly, one book monthly. That's very easy. It's easy for you to do, it's easy for you to remember, it's easy for you to apply yourself to it. And then finally, make it satisfying. Create a reward system for yourself when it comes to your investment towards things. Create a reward system for yourself. For example, I do things like, okay, if I record, if I have a bulk recording to do, one of the things that I do is I say to myself, okay, great, Rejoice, record half of the videos and go out for lunch at your favorite restaurant. Record all of the videos and go for a spa day. That's something to look forward to. When you make it satisfying, when you make it like that, it now becomes something that, okay, I'm looking forward to getting this done so that I can get my spa day. I'm looking forward to getting this done so that this can be done, so that you're not complacent. You have something to look forward to. When you have something to look forward to, it's easier to get the work done. Okay, if I'm able to lose 20 pounds, I will go shopping. I would get a tailor to make me three of the gowns that I saw on Instagram and all of that. You see, that's something to look forward to. That's something that you're being intentional about building, you're being intentional about getting to, you're being intentional about arriving at, because it's satisfying when you're able to do it. You're able to be like, oh wow, okay. So create a reward system for yourself. Create a reward system for your growth. Create a reward system for your becoming. Create a reward system that builds an expectation for you. So, for example, you've not had cold stone in a while. Give yourself a target. If I'm able to achieve this and this and this at this and this and this time, I'll take myself out for cold stone. I'll do this for myself. It gives you something to look forward to. I'll pay for this course. I'll do this. It will give you something to look forward to. So make it satisfying. So let's run through the 4 laws again. Number one, make it obvious. It's got to be obvious. Very, 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 very obvious. Number two, it's got to be attractive. It's got to be attractive. Number three, it's got to be easy. Number four, it's got to be satisfying. If you want to break it down to um a layman level, we can say number one, cue behavior. Number two, crave the behavior. Number three, respond to the cues. Number four, reward the cues. Now, because the cue triggers our brain to initiate a specific behavior, the cue triggers our brain to act a particular way, to respond a particular way. So you need to now begin to pay attention to these things. You need to begin to say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I have to do. This is why I have to do it. Now, you have to realize that bad habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change. So create the right system for change, and you will nip the bad habits in the bud, right? So changes may seem to be small and unimportant at first, but they will now compound. The little big step is that place where you create an environment for compound interest of growth, compound interest of self improvement, compound interest of the things that need to be done for you to be better, for you to thrive, for you to do better. Remember this, that success is the product of daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformation. Success is a product of daily habits. So we've said this before, that great men are known by what they do consistently, not what they do occasionally. So you can't just come and do something occasionally and believe that it would make much of a difference. The ability to make a difference is tied strongly to your consistency in behavior. So showing up daily, even when you don't feel like it, because you have something to look forward to. Showing up daily because you've made it attractive. Showing up daily, even when you don't see anything, because a lot of times we can be so result oriented, we can be so destination conscious that we're not paying attention to the lessons that we're learning in the journey. I remember the first time that I had to show up when I did not feel like it. I wanted to cancel. I wanted to say, you know what, I don't feel like it, so it must not be right for me to do. But then I had to learn to live above my feelings. I had to learn to talk to my feelings and know when my feelings were my intuition, or when my feelings were just an act of laziness for something that my body or myself was not used to. So I've had to say to myself, I need to get this done even when I don't feel like it. I need to show up even when it's not convenient. I need to come through even when it's not comfortable. I need to do this because I now see it beyond just an action, but a responsibility. I need to create a discipline to create my habits, to create better habits. So I can say to myself, I'm reading 3 books monthly. It means spending time to read 20 pages of the books daily, so that at least if I'm able to read 20 pages daily before the end of the month, I'm able to meet my target to read the books that I want to read. So when you begin to take those actions and take it step by step, begin to change things step by step, you'll begin to realize that, okay, I'm a high roller, I'm a high income person, not because I arrived here overnight, but I've created a habit system. I've created a behavioral pattern that permits me to be able to live the life I desire because of the consistent decisions that I'm making. So I have to now ask myself, what decisions am I making consistently? What decisions do I need to make consistently? Because I now need to be able to know that, okay, I need to think faster. I need to see faster. I need to behave better. I need to consider better. I need to do this. I need to do that. When I begin to have those conversations with myself, then I can now begin to say things like, okay, this needs to happen, that needs to happen, this needs to happen this way, that needs to happen this way, and I can curb my expectation to be able to fit in to the places that I want to fit into. So remember, one more time, that success is a product of your daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformation. So pay attention to your outcomes, because your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. Your net worth is a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. Your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habits. Your clutter is a lagging measure of your cleaning habits. You get what you repeat. Your outcomes are a lagging measure of your consistent habits. So pay attention. What am I doing? Should I still be doing it? Is it profitable to me? Is it working? In the long run, will this benefit me, or will this end up being the very distraction or the very destruction that I have dreaded since the beginning? So these are things that you need to consciously and intentionally pay attention to when it comes to your mindset. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has really, really empowered you. Let me know in the chat how you're going to be applying the little big steps in this week that we're going into. Until I come your way next time, it's bye from me for now.